Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to Prim ASMR. I hope that you're all having a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful month of October. If you're new to my channel and, maybe this is the first video that you're ever watching, let me just tell you, I'm an October baby. I was born just a couple hours before Halloween. So I am in love with October and spooky stuff and all things related to Halloween. So that is why every year I want to do something special for October. And all of it makes me so happy. Like, I'll have pumpkins sitting out in the summertime, or witches and ghosts and zombies and creepy things and the stuff like that. So I bought something at a store called Marshall's, and I am gonna leave this up all year round. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys, and we're gonna do a lot of tracing on it because tracing is one of my favorite triggers, one of my favorite visual triggers. And there's just so much on this to trace. So let me scoot over a little bit, that way I can give you guys a really good look at this. Now, this isn't just any old canvas, okay? It does something special. It lights up. So you can see all these little pumpkins in the window and all these little lanterns here, these little candles, and just all these different little details out through the picture. And there's a little switch on the side right here, and then you can click it if you want to turn it off, and then click it if you want to turn it back on. And some of the lights flicker, like you can see the pumpkin. You can see the pumpkin. I'll hold it closer so you can, if you look at it, so you can kind of see it flickering like an actual little candle. So I loved that so much. When I seen this at first, I didn't even know that it lit up. I just knew that it was definitely my style. And I'm gonna hang this in my room, and it's gonna be left up all year round. So first I'm gonna do some tracing. We're just gonna talk about everything, every little aspect of this canvas. And then I think I'm gonna get like a pencil or some type of a stick, a pointer, and we're going to trace it that way as well. But I know a lot of you just like, the hand movements along the board, so we're gonna do that first. Okay, so I guess I'll start up at the top. Let's take a look at the top. There's windows, okay, and spider webs, and there's bats, and there's these old-fashioned little lights. And in the windows, you can see different things going on. So, in this very first window here, you can see it has blue shutters, as they all do, on this side anyways. And they are right above a little shop called Witch's Brew. Witches. Witches. B-R-E-W. Brew. Witch's Brew. And there's this cute little ghosty right here popping out of this window. And of course you have this little light. And this little light. Then you have a little pumpkin right here flickering this very first window. And I like how the curtains are just kind of blowing open. Like the breeze, you can tell that it's a windy night, a windy, spooky night. And there's different candles in this first window. And the walls of the store, it's almost like they are deteriorating, like they have this moldy, grungy look about it with this green and brown and just very old looking, almost like it's tattered, very, very tattered and torn and worn. So I guess we'll move down and look at what's underneath these first 3 windows. So you have this red and white striped roof, a little tarp roof. I don't know the actual professional name for them, but they're this little cute roof here for this shop. And this is the Black Cat Cafe. The Black Cat Cafe. So, right here you have a poster, and it's of a cat sitting upon a moon, a yellow crescent moon. Then there's a little table and chairs. So the table has a little tablecloth, and on it there are a couple candles, and it looks like a fortune-telling crystal ball. It could also just be a globe of some sort, but it's a spooky crystal ball. And right above the crystal ball, you can see a spider web with a spider directly in the middle and a skeleton hanging right there on the wall for decoration. Now this next part makes me really love the picture. This is what drew me in, actually, besides the ghosts. Okay, I seen the ghosts first and I was like, ooh, what is this? But this really drew me in. Okay, now I'll hold it closer so that you can see. So this part right here is a mystical magic shop. A mystical magic shop, and that's what this blue sign right here says. Let's go ahead and trace that. MYSTICALMAGIC. Mystical Magic. SHOP. Shop. And there's so much detail in this. So let's start at the front. Before you walk into the shop, let's start at these little signs. And I'm going to hold it closer for just a little bit for those of you that are watching, okay, for the visual pleasures. So just take a close look at all of that detail. Okay. We're going to talk about each and everything that's outside this store. Okay, so the first thing is this sign here, and it says tea leaf fortune teller. There's a little cup with little swivels of steam coming out of it because there's hot cocoa or hot coffee or hot tea. Probably tea because it says tea leaf. So there's some fortune telling going on here. And then there is another little sign over here, and it says Ouija board readings. And then there's an arrow going that way. You can also see there are a few different treasure chests. And this one has a top hat sitting upon it with a bunny, a little white bunny, hopping out of the hat. Then here's a littler treasure chest right here. Just a few little candles and pumpkins sitting along the walkway of the shop. Let's see. There's a plant right here, and it's carved into a little bunny. And same thing right here behind this tea leaf fortune teller sign. There's another little plant right behind that. Every time I see those plants like that, it reminds me of Edward Scissorhand when he cut the, all of the yard grass, all of the bushes in the yard and everything, and he made them look like incredible pieces of art, animals in different shapes of things and stuff. So, going into the shop, we're going to see a lot of details. You can see right here through this doorway, there's a little broom and a chair and a skull and some bottles, a light and a bat. Right here on the side, it says potions. So there's several different bottles of potions, and you can see potions right here on shelves, just sitting right by each other. There's a sign right here hanging down from the top of the shop, and it says specials: cauldron cake, scream cheese on a boogie. Scream cheese on a boogie. So that's really cute. Then the floor, you can see it's like a brown and black checkered floor, and I've always loved that. I actually, when I get my own house someday, I would love to have checkered floors for like the kitchen and the bathrooms and stuff. I always thought that was really neat. So that drew me in as well, the checkered floor in the shop. It was just like, it was calling to me. And then there's little bags sitting on the floor, okay? And you can't really see them too well. I can't really make out what they say unless I really look. On one of the bags say mushrooms, one of them say magic seeds, and then the other ones I cannot make out at all. There is a barrel with a rat on it, sitting just right there. You can kind of see if you give it a close look. So that is really cool. And then this next little store on this canvas, you can see it says specialty wands. SPECIALTY, specialty. WANDS, wands. Specialty wands. And that reminds me of Harry Potter Part 1, when he's going with Hagrid. And he's trying to find his wand in that shop. This kind of gives me a Harry Potter type of feel, just because of all the, the witchy shops and stuff. So that's what that is, and there you can see even through the window. Right here, there's all kinds of colorful wands and lights in there. And above it, there's some candles and some skulls. And then over here, this window, right to the side, it says Psychic's Den, and above it it says Ghost and Goblin. GHOST and GOBLIN, Goblin. And then there's a little book even floating right here in the air. That is just so cool. I love this so much. Okay, so now that I've shown you the bottom, I'll give you another look at it. The whole bottom of this canvas. Let's take a look at this top corner that we haven't really looked at yet. There is 4 windows. Okay, there's 4 windows. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, the first 3 windows all have black shutters, okay? So I'll show you a close-up of that. And the first one, you can see a spooky ghost looking out of it, and a pumpkin. If you really look, you can see the lit up eyes of the ghost. You can kind of make that out. And then a pumpkin flickering inside the window. And there's steel bars on the windows. So those are a little bit more of an abandoned type of upstairs to the shop. These are, opened and the breeze is going through, so this is like a different section. So the second window here, a ghost is flying right in front of it, holding a skull. Let's see. There's a couple pumpkins sitting in the window, and it says trick or treat or ... And then the third window, it says learn tricks and cards. And then there are 4 cards right here. You have a pumpkin flickering in the window right here. And then this window, the very last window, it says Attic of Treasures. And there's a spooky ghost and a spooky cat and a spooky pumpkin all in there. And if you look very closely, hold this very closely so that you can see. If you look very closely, you can see that the ghost's tail is coming out of a vase, some type of an orange vase or bottle. So maybe he was captured in that for a while and he just escaped because it's Halloween. So that is, just a detailed explanation of what's on this canvas. But I'm gonna grab a pen or a pointer and just do some general tracing along this canvas for you guys. Let me see if I can find something nearby. Okay, so I'm just gonna use the tip of this pencil to do some general tracing. Let's trace over this first window here. Very gently. And the second window here. And this third window here. Now let's trace over the pumpkin in the first window. This little bitty pumpkin here. This little light. And this little light. Let's trace over this witch's brew sign. And let's go ahead and trace the letters. W-I-T-C-H. E W, Witch's Brew. Now, let's trace over this little striped tinted roof. Red and white, and red and white, and red and white, and red, white, red and 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 white. Now, let's go ahead and trace this Black Cat Cafe sign. All these little individual curves at the bottom. Now, of course, we can't leave out this little cute poster and this spider web and this little cute crystal ball and this tablecloth and these chair seats. Now, let's trace over the mystical magic shops sign. Now let's trace over the letters M Y S T I C A L M A G I C S H O P. Now, let's go ahead and trace these windows. These black shutters and the steel bars and the pumpkin and these pumpkins and this pumpkin and this pumpkin and this ghost. Now, let's trace these little lights here. And this little skull, these little bottles, this little broom, this little seat, this little barrel, these little bags, this little tea leaf sign, and let's trace the wands. WANDS. And this little pumpkin down here. This little pumpkin. All these little candles in the window. These little tiny fire flames inside them. These little skeleton skulls up at the top. Up at the top. And let's go ahead and trace this little magical book. And these little treasure chests. Now let's trace this top hat. This little bunny. we trace this attic window and the steel bars. So I'm gonna put this just over here. Now I'm gonna give you guys one last look at this before we end today's video, because it is just so amazing. I love it, love it, love it. So I'm just gonna set this behind me, put it right back here. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and thank you all so much for watching today. I hope you